Yes, sir. Hey, here we are. We're getting there to break down some film for you guys on this short take. What Teague's take. We love to do this breakdown film and bring you all the information that you can. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it already. Hit the bell so you know that we're putting these out here. We're trying to put these out here as often as we can because I don't know. We like to talk football and we want to talk to you guys about this particular play against Tennessee. We want to focus our attention on two people here. If we had something to highlight it for you, we would, but we don't. So just make
Yeah,
sure you
my
look at
bad.
number three. Look at number three, the wide receiver at the bottom, and of course we're always looking at number four, the quarterback, because this is a pass play. So let's go to Jermaine Burton first. Y'all know JT played a little bit of wide receiver, right? You're down here in the red zone. They know you're not going deep, and you got to get creative on how to run the route. So let's show him what route he runs first, JT. He's coming up. He gives a little bit of a stem inside, back outside, turns inside. We're gonna call this a pigtail or a whip or what do you like to call this kind of
Yeah, I mean,
route?
I
What
would
is
just I
this?
would call this all right, so and people are gonna hate this, but I mean, this is the way that at least we called it in college, right? This is effectively a 10-yard curl. It's
Yes.
just a 10-yard curl, but what we spend a lot of time working on in our individual groups at the beginning of practice at receiver is run your how to run those routes at the top of the route. So we'd actually just cut the route in half. We might run the last 5 yards of the route and say, okay, this is what you do. These are your options when you have defenders in various areas when you get this, right? So I guarantee they worked on this all week. It's probably on paper just a curl. And they say, hey, if you got outside leverage, you wanna
You
push.
saying what I'm saying? You saying get creative? That they're letting you freelance a little bit. That hey, you look at the leverage of this receiver and turn your curl the way that you need to turn it to get open. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah, essentially, they prescribe you the route in the sense, you might have a dig, right? And I like to use digs because it's a dig is a 10-yard square in, right? If you draw it on a board, it's 10 yards, 90 degrees turn in. And depending on where or what coverage you're getting, where the leverage is of the defensive back, there are different ways to do that. Where you can run 7 yards, break out to the corner for the last 3 yards, and once you hit your landmark to 10, break it back inside at 90. Or you can run a post dig where you run a slant basically at 5, and then once you get to 10, square it off. The point is, as a receiver, you know where your landmark is. You know where the ball is supposed to end up and where you're supposed to be in the route. How you get there almost doesn't matter as long as you're in that spot at the time the ball is supposed to get there. So in this case, you know, I think he knows he has a curl. I'm going to run it back just a little bit. I think he knows he has a curl. He knows that he's supposed to be sitting kind of at the bottom of the right side of the L here at the goal line. But he knows that he has outside leverage, and he knows, hey, I've got a DB on the outside leverage, and I do not want to be close to that safety in the middle of the field.
All right, so let's quickly. Well, we're gonna go quickly on this because I don't want to make it too much about the defense. But when you're looking at these two safeties, I think we both agree that it looks like they're having some kind of issue here
Mm-hmm.
because both of those safeties are in between the hashes, and they're all kind of. Are we doubling Amari, not black, or what the hell is happening here? Um, from their perspective, just real quick, and then we'll go to Jalen Milroe.
Yeah, I think the safety behind this is we're guessing. We don't know Tennessee's defense, but I'm trying to just read face masks here and what I know to be particular coverages. So the safety that's standing behind the referee here, his eyes are looking at number 3, which indicates to me that he thinks that he should be,
Not number three, the receiver.
yes,
Not Burton, but the
Black
number
in the
three wide
middle of the
receiver.
field here, the
Yes.
third receiver from the top of the screen. It looks like he thinks that he's in a poach technique, which means he actually needs to get front side of this play if he gets a vertical from Niblack, which he does, which means if he's supposed to take the vertical of Niblack, then the other safety is supposed to take the vertical of Isaiah Bond. And
Yes.
then the corner is supposed to sit underneath. So if you don't know, we're recording this at the time of the game 5 of the World Series. The Rangers are probably just struck somebody out in the bottom
They
of the
just
eighth.
struck him out again. Yes, 1-0.
So
we apologize.
they are about 6 outs away from winning their first World Series. Exciting
Franchise
times
history.
to be down in to be living in Dallas. Anyways, so it looks like there's some kind of miscommunication here on the defense because we got 2 guys on one, and it doesn't look like somebody's supposed to. It doesn't look like somebody's where they're supposed to be. So since he takes that step towards Niblack, and we're talking about timing of Jalen Milroe's throw, right? If Jalen Milroe is, I don't even want to say half a second. I mean, if he is any amounts of late, this ball is either intercepted or Jermaine Burton might end up getting deleted from this game.
Yes, it was very, very close. So, what I would say on this, and the only piece is when we're talking about quarterbacks and timing, there's a 3-step drop. Okay, he's a shotgun, so it's kind of equivalent to 5, right? But what I want you to see is what we're always talking about as head coaches or as quarterback coaches. It's the step, 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 hitch, and throw. So, or if you have to go to a second hitch, then you're getting ready to think that you need to run.
Mm-hmm.
So in this one, if you watch him, that he actually goes step, 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 hitch, and throw. It's gone. I mean, we need him to do that all the time, right? That means you got to have good blocking by the lineman, you got to have a good passing lane, and all that kind of stuff. If we had the back end copy, you could actually see that Milroe does actually look to the right first, which is important to move that safety that JT was talking about, the one at the bottom of the screen, to the right a little bit.
And it's
then
important that that Jermaine runs his route the way that he did to push that safety out to give Jalen Milroe a bigger window and more time to get this ball to him.
That's right. That's right. So, to me, this is a excellent play all around. Lyman gave him a free pocket. Burton runs an excellent route, regardless of what the secondary did. The timing was perfect and good, and this makes it all good, like we tried to be on Teague's Take. Again, we thank you for all your support and your kindness and just being around. You can find us here, YouTube, all the time. Send people to it. Please, please, please get people to subscribe to our page and give us the likes. And hit the bell, man. Hit the bell. So you know when we drop more things like this, and I promise you it won't always be in the middle of a Texas Ranger Game 5 World Series game. Right? So if you want to see some of these things live, catch us on Wednesday nights, 8:15 p.m. Central Time. We typically have guests and we break down more film. Maybe we'll see y'all soon. Peace.